Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I have uploaded anything on my YouTube, and the reason being is because life has threw so many different obstacles at me in the last couple of weeks. First of all, I was sick, then I had an abscess in my cheek which is still sort of puffy from that and still sort of swollen. Then I got told I had to move house. So it was a great couple of weeks. We have got in today a Ford Sierra. We're probably going to be using a lot of Bilt Hamber Surfex in this one because we are doing an interior clean and we're going to be lifting some stains out of seats, etc. But it's going to be as much a surprise for you lot as it is for me because I do not know what colour the car is. I know nothing about it. I haven't seen it yet. So it should be here in a few minutes. Let's go have a look around the Sierra and see what we think. Sierra is just in, boys. It is a clean one. I wasn't expecting it to be in this condition, and yeah, I think you'll all agree how clean it is when we have a wee look around it. The inside isn't as bad as I was expecting. It will do with a clean up, like, but it's not too bad. 1990 Sierra, and as far as I'm aware, it has a 2-litre Pinto with a 205 block. Apparently it was rebuilt last year. Now, I know very little about Sierras, but this is all coming from Abigail. Abigail has given me a lesson in Sierras today. But if you're into Sierras, you will know exactly what is going on with this. I do know that it is Cossie kitted and it has Cosworth wheels on it. I do know that. That's about the only thing I know about Sierras. It's also got the lovely Recaro interior. Considering the age of these seats, it's in very good condition. And as far as I'm aware, it only has 54,000 on the clock. So that is so mad for a car of this age. Like, this car is older than me to have that many miles on it. It's a little bit crazy, but it is so nice, so clean. The size of this exhaust. But yeah, it's really clean actually. Inside, it could do obviously with a clean up. The seats aren't too bad. We'll give them a little clean and bring them back to life a little bit. The headliner definitely looks like it needs a clean. You can see some marks on it and stuff. So that'll be nice and satisfying to clean that up again and bring it back to life. The door cards could do with a little scrub as well, but nothing too bad. Outside, there's not really that much on the seats. There's a couple of marks here that I'll probably be able to get out very easily. Standard in no car jump leads. But besides that, it is really clean. Very looking forward to cleaning it. I'm under strict instructions by Abigail to show you in the bonnet because apparently this is the thing everyone wants. I know very little about them, so we're trusting Abigail on this one today, guys. So just gave the engine bay a quick spruce up. As you can see, it's a whole lot cleaner. It wasn't actually too bad, to be fair. I was expecting a whole lot worse. It wasn't actually too bad. Up here was the worst, and it's lovely and clean again. Right, time to go on to the interior. So I was going to use my Viking brush, but I think I'll just use the Sonex one because it is a little bit softer, and with this interior being a little bit older, it may be a little bit more delicate. So I think we'll just go ahead with some Surfex. this door has to be the dirtiest because obviously it's the driver's door. It's going to be the dirtiest. But it's not too bad, really. Like, considering the age of this car is 1990, so it's quite old. Sorry if I'm offending anyone who was born in 1990. I'm not far behind it, so. Door done. Looks a whole lot nicer. And again, hopefully it will dry out okay, but it should dry out the way it is there. So I'm going to attempt to clean this roof. I did do the back, but it wasn't as bad. So I'd really give it a wipe and give it a scrub with some Surfex. It's so dirty in the front of it. Over there is quite bad. Over here is quite bad. So yeah, we shall see what we can do. So that is the driver's side done. Hopefully it'll dry okay. You don't really know these things until they do dry, but it's a lot better and the stains have seemed to have lifted. So this is as far as I've got. So you'll see exactly how bad it is. It's really hard to video up here when you're doing it. My neck's broke. So I'll get it done and then I'll show you what it's like afterwards, and then we'll go on to the rest of the interior. I'm just going to go and do the rest of the door cards off camera because you've already seen me do too. You don't want to see me doing it anymore. Gonna do those off camera and then we'll get stuck into the seats. We're only supposed to focus really on the inside, but I'm probably going to go and give it a wash. Can't really do an interior detail and not wash it on the outside. That's just not the way I want to do it. So gonna do that now and then I'll be back to show you the results of the doors and then we'll get into doing the rest of the interior. There's a few marks on the back of the driver's seat, so I'm just going to give it a quick go over. The thing with these seats are the material on them are a mixture between Alcantara and suede. I don't think it's actually Alcantara, but it's similar vibes, and you have to be very careful with it whenever you're using any sort of product on it, whenever you are going to be giving it a clean or giving it a wet vac. So I'm just going to be careful. I'm just going to use again the Sonax brush because it is soft and it's not going to make any damage happen to the fibres in the seats. So just always be careful what you're doing. Always be careful with your dilution ratio as well whenever you're using Surfex or any other cleaning thing for upholstery or whatever, especially if it is suede or Alcantara, because you can ruin it very easily. You also don't always need the big nozzle on the end of the Henry if you're not going to be taking out a lot of water. Obviously I didn't spray a lot of water on that, so I'm just going to go ahead with the actual hoover end and hoover it that way. The key to keeping them looking how they should is to brush the material once you've wet vacked it, once you've pulled out water, and sort of brush it back to the way it should be. So if you brush it, it just makes it all dry evenly and it doesn't make it dry in a different way from the rest of it. There really is nowhere to put the camera in this car, and using the tripod isn't going to cut it either because it's going to be outside the car. So we're going to have to work with what we've got. We'll try and do the best we can. I'll try and find the best angle I can. Not going to promise it's going to be great, but we'll try something. So again, the back seats aren't actually too bad. They could do it for freshen up, of course, but they're not actually bad at all. There's no bad stains, really. There's a couple of wee bits and pieces, but there's nothing too bad that won't be able to come out. So that's nice. Nice base to work with, and shouldn't be too long in getting it cleaned up. And yeah, let's see where we can put this camera. So now we'll move on to hoovering the back floor, and try and get as much out with the wet and dry hoover as I can. I might have to go and change to my other Henry with the crevice tool on it, but it's not actually too bad. So we'll see how we go on with this first. The roof has dried out pretty good. We'll have to just double check it once it's dry completely. Let's do the floor. So I'm going to go on to wet vacuuming the front seats. I'm not going to go too much on them because they are, they're quite old, and we don't want to be going too much on these to rip them or to stain worse. So we're just going to take our time with these and go gently on them, and we'll just see how it goes. We're not going to put too much pressure on them in case we damage any of the fibres or anything around the seams. So just go careful with this. The inside is looking so much nicer. So now just to decide which glass cleaner we're going to use. I'm not too sure if I've got anything over here. I might have to take something from my shop, but we'll see. I'm not too sure if I've even got any glass cleaner here. I may have used most of it. I might have to go into my shop and take something off the shelf. If there's even any glass cleaner in there. But I don't even think I've got any glass cleaner left. Although, I would really be tempted to do some of this on the Sierra. It might help it a little bit, but I don't know. I'll see if I've got time or not. I'm running out of time quite quickly. All that I can find at the minute is the Stoner's Invisible Glass. I quite like this actually, so we're going to use that for the glass cleaner today until I get something else. Okay, bye bye. So we have the interior done. That will do us for that, but that's come up really nice. Back to the way it should be. Door cards are done, windows are done on the inside. Door jambs, I'll do those tomorrow. When I wash it, I'll do those after that. Interior has been done. Carpet has been hoovered and wet vacked. Seats have been wet vacked, hoovered. Interior has been dressed. The dash has been dressed. The windows have been done, like I said. And then in below here it has been all hoovered as well and wet vacked. Door cards again have been done. I'm going to cut these little loose threads off as well while I'm at it. So the interior has been wet vacked and the floors again have been hoovered. And again the seats have been wet vacked. And a really clean example of a Sierra. So I think that'll do me tonight for the interior. I would just feel happier giving it back to the customer clean on the outside as well. So I'm going to give it a wash tomorrow morning. The customer's happy enough to leave it overnight in the garage. Catch you tomorrow. Day 2 of the Sierra. I'm going to be giving it a wash now, and I haven't really got much time today, so I'll probably do it with some sort of hydrophobic rinse aid at the end. So that just brings us to the end of today's video. It was a satisfying job. It was nice for a change, something a bit older. And that bit older was nicer to work on today. Usually I'm getting all the sort of newer stuff, modern stuff, and it was nice to have something old school in today and to bring it back to life a little bit. I think we did a good job on the interior. I'm so pleased that the roof has cleaned up a whole lot more than I thought it would. Alright guys, let me know in the comments below what you thought of today's video. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.